Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, and today is the day we're gonna paint our 2021 Mazda 3. As you guys saw in the previous video, we got the tarp on, get the garage ready for paint, kind of isolate everything as I mentioned last video. So now what we're gonna do is tape the hood and the other radiator support piece, and then get ready for paint. So stay tuned, please like, subscribe and share, and we'll tape everything and get ready for paint, and we'll be back.
All right, guys, we officially gonna start painting today.
Wish us luck, guys. It's our first time.
It's our first time to do actually a big paint job. We did it before, like a spot,
Like a spray can.
a spray can, but actually today we're gonna do a compressor, paint gun, the whole 9 yards. And we swept the floor, we mopped it, we got it like a little bit. You can see actually there's still some water on the floor, but don't leave a lot of water on the floor, just in case if your spray gun hits the water, it will spray it everywhere and you don't want water on your paint. He just started by spraying some etch primer.
We cleaned first, we did the wax and grease remover and everything, and there was a couple of spots of metal shown here at the edges, so we just did some etch prime. Same any bondo area where we fixed there was some area that after sanding, so we did the etch prime as well. Now we're gonna leave it to flash, and we're gonna leave it at least 30 minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead and apply a sealer. Then after sealer, flash one coat of sealers, and after it flash again, we're gonna wait another about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, depending on how long it's gonna take to flash. Then we're gonna do, should be 2 coat of base, then 2 coat of clear.
2 coats of base color, then 2 coats of clear.
Yeah.
Any sanding in between?
No, we can just get the tack cloth in between the coats after it flash and make sure it's good to touch.
What do you mean by flash?
Flash mean is not soft anymore, so it's safe to touch it.
Okay.
And like when you spray it, that will be more clear in the sealer and the base coat. Once you spray it, it's shiny but it's dull.
So a dull, that means it's dry.
It started to get dry, but it's still good to accept another coat. But
so he did the homework. He did really good homework.
I tried to watch a lot of videos, learn and read. So
and don't forget, guys, we're at the end of January, so it's cold. It's about 29 degrees outside. So we have a space heater here to get it warm, because paint loves warm, not cold. And we will follow up after we finish.
As a nice thing, it's raining outside, so if we need to open a little bit and get a fan, it's not gonna have a lot of dust coming in because it's already raining outside, so that's in our favor here. So we're gonna go ahead and mix the sealer, then we'll apply it, and we'll be back after this. Here we go, we have the sealer on, it's still flashing. It started to dull, but it's not completely dull. So we're gonna wait. It's not completely, this area, if you touch it, it's still sticky, so we're gonna have to wait. It's been 30 minutes, but again it's cold. We had to open the garage door a little bit, get the fan, because it was a lot of fear of the spraying. So looks good so far. Same here, looks good. Again, we are mainly focusing here on blending the rest, because there was no any other damage. So we're gonna give it about maybe, I don't know, maybe another 30 minutes, maybe 20-minute check. If we need more time, we'll give it more time, and we'll go from there and get our first base coat. So we'll be back after this. Okay everyone, that's our second coat of the base. Look at this, nice, smooth, shiny. We have some trash here and there, that's fine. We might end up sanding and buffing at the end, but laid out very good for our first time, I think. Let us know, guys, what do you think about that. Here we go, also at the hood. Now we're gonna leave it to flash, then we'll be back and start lay our clear coat. We're gonna do 2 coats and see if we're gonna need more or not, then we'll be back. Okay.
All right, guys, I know you can't hear me that good, but we finished it. And always make sure when you do paint, wear the face mask and the paint mask, because those fumes is very dangerous. we did 2 coats of base and 2 coats of clear coat. Now we're gonna let it dry for at least 24 hours.
So we're gonna leave it dry a little bit. Then after this, we're gonna have to remove all the plastics and tapes. We don't want it to be completely dry. Then we remove this. So we're gonna have to leave it at least 24 hours before we start to install everything. And for me, because it's cold and we're not in a booth, I'm gonna leave it at least 48 hours before I start to install anything, because that bumper here, it's multiple pieces, so it's gonna need a lot of work to put all these small pieces and brackets back, so I don't want to mess up the paint. I think for a first timer, guys, it looks good. What do you guys think? Let us know. It might be orange peel, we'll need some buffing. We had some run here and there, we had some trash here and there, but for us being working in the garage, I think I'm so happy and satisfied with the result as the first time.
No, seriously guys, I'm really proud of him because he's doing everything with paint. I don't trust myself with paint. He did it his first time and it looks good. It looks so good actually.
We'll see how it's gonna look like after it completely dries. Again, we're gonna need some sanding and buffing if it's too much. For me, actually, if it's not a lot of like trash or runs or a lot of area that need sanding, I'm just gonna drive it like this.
Okay.
But
when he talks about trash, he talks about a spot like this. You see that? That's like a dust particles. That's what they call trash in the paint language.
yeah.
Runs. I think we have one run.
We don't have enough light here to show you guys.
And I don't think it's gonna show. No, it's not showing. I'm seeing myself. It's so mirror clean. But it's actually, it's right here, but it's not showing that good. But that's the only run it happened. But I'm so satisfied with that job.
Please let us know if you like what we did. Please give a thumb up. If you have any comments, any idea how to improve in painting in our garage, please comments and let us know. Just an update, guys, we did some mistakes. Again, we're still learning. Let's go to the hood. The first mistake that I did is I put a tape here on the edge, and I hope that I'm not gonna have to do, or it's gonna be a edge that I can slightly scuff and will be okay. But actually no, it wasn't easy to scuff. I went through the whole thing. I had to sand, and maybe I sand half of the hood, and I had to respray again, base and clear. And I'm not sure what's gonna turn out after I sand everything, but let me tell you guys, if you wanna blend from what I learned, there is no way you can play around it. You're gonna have to sand the whole panel, and yes, spray mainly in your damaged area, then you need to blend a little bit, then blend over with your clear. That I think so that will be the best way to blend. But I just tried to blend a little bit and it didn't work for me. Maybe more professional can do that, but for me, when I tried it, it didn't go well. Now I blend to the half of the hood. Let me tell you, I had a tape here. I'm not sure if you guys can see the line. I was mainly spraying here. I had the whole area here mostly sanded. I just like sprayed some clear after the base of coat in that part of the hood, and I still have a line mark. We'll see after. It's not completely dry yet. It's been 24 hours. It's not completely dry since it's cold, so I'm gonna give it one more day, and we'll try to wet sand and try to buff and see if it's gonna look okay, or I'm gonna have like a half and half. We'll see what it's gonna end up with. Here I had a run here in the first time, in a base coat, and I kind of sanded before my clear, but looks like when I sanded I went down to the sealer, so I was looking okay, but there was like a patch that doesn't have the paint and the metallic of the paint, so I had to sand the whole area down here. And again, that's kind of, I blend to my own paint, so it doesn't show that much. So I sand the whole area here, mainly did some base coat on the damaged area or where I have a run before, then I blended and did some clear. I had a run here from my clear coat. I'm not sure. Yep, I think you guys can show it. That was my mistake. I was spraying and I just like slipped and my hand got very close, so I sprayed a lot of bunch clear in that area. But I'm gonna have to sand it down again. The whole bumper has an orange peel and hood. Again, it's my first time. I know that there is a lot of learning curve and how to adjust the pressures, the fan, the fluid, everything to get a nice smooth clear from without the need to sand and buff and everything and get the orange peel as much as we did. But in general, I'm happy with it. Happy was my first time. Happy was my try to paint myself. Here is still soft. Here is a finished part that I didn't do anything. It's shiny and nice. Again, orange peel. It's normal when you paint, especially for first time. Not like an expensive spray gun. Not inside the booth. Again, we kind of try to make our own environment. There's trash here and there, and the other piece of the pumper has the same thing. So we're gonna sand and do with sanding and buffing later on. Okay guys, we have to pose, and we put the hood on so we can drive the car and get the alignment done. And guys, alignment's done. Had no issue with the alignment, so we get to go regarding the suspension. For now, we're gonna find out when we test drive it, so that's a good news. As you guys can see, they also filled the windshield reservoir. It's holding, so plastic welding is doing good so far. So by the time we came, after we finished the alignment, everything, it was late, and I had to go to work today. So again, that has been filled like this for about 24 hours. And now the paint is completely dry and good to go, so we're gonna start sanding and buffing. So that will be our next step, is sanding and buffing. Okay guys, okay, I'm sure you're wondering why the hood is of the car and why it's shiny, because I repainted the whole hood. So let's talk about learning experience. Again, I'm a beginner, and I assume you guys are beginner. You don't know how to paint like me, it's your first time. So my advice, don't try to cut corners. It's gonna cost you more time and more money. That's what I did with the hood. I tried first to do this, didn't work. I tried to blend to half, didn't work. When I was sanding to buff, I couldn't get like a nice flat surface. I always have like lines here between the old and the new paint. So I ended up sanding the whole hood, repainted the whole hood again. Look how it looks now. It's like a mirror now. We have some orange peel, not that much as the first time. Again, I keep learning. You can see guys my hands here, you can see the camera very clearly, you can see the lights. So this time I adjust a little bit in the pressure, the fluid, the fan, so I can get a nice second clear coat. We still have some orange peel in some areas. We have trash, definitely. We're not in a painting booth, but in general, look how it's like a mirror. You can see very clearly it's nice and smooth in a clear coat. So again, my advice, don't try to cut corners. Don't try to, there is a way you can blend, but that experts come with experience, they can do good blending. Maybe we will be able to do it in the future, but at different steps, it's different layers that you have to lay down. There's different mixes that you can do in your paste to make it good blending. And I didn't feel like I will try to reblend or anything, because again, I am not expert. I don't have that much experience to do. So I decided that I'm gonna sand the whole hood, paint the whole hood again. So I think I'm happy with what it looks like for the whole hood. It's still gonna need buffing because of the trash that you guys can see with some orange peel. So we'll buff it, but I'm pretty sure it will turn out very nice and very good. I'd like to thank, I think the name of the guy is Brian from Paint Society. This channel, YouTube channel, has many videos. I have no connection with them. I don't know him or the channel personally, but I learn a lot from them. I keep watching their videos. They have multiple videos and they talk to you like a beginner, like what the person does have no experience like me or like any of you guys watching and would like to learn how to paint. I'm not gonna teach you how to paint because again, I'm a beginner. That's my first time. So if you guys want to learn how to paint very good, go to that channel, Paint Society. They are doing a great job in how they teach you how to do things. So for us now, we're gonna leave that to completely dry. I'm not gonna touch it for about 48 hours because it's cold in here. The weather today is much better. It's sunny outside, but we are end of the day, so I'm not gonna take it outside to the sun because again, the sun is going down now. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close the garage, turn that heat high, and we'll leave it today like this all day in the heat, so it will accelerate the reaction and we'll get it like nice and dry. Then maybe after 2 days we'll sand it down and buff it with a bumper. I'm frustrated for myself because I tried to cut corners. Maybe I said I will get away with it, but no, it is not gonna happen, or it didn't happen, and I don't think so it will happen if you don't know how to blend well and try to do it your own way. You have to follow the right way to blend. That I didn't follow, so it ended up sanding the whole thing again. If I did that from the beginning, it will be much easier, less cost and less time. So we'll see you after a couple days. We're gonna sand and buff everything and start put the car together, and that will be it for now. I will see you after 2 days. So we're gonna sand it with a bumper, buff it, then put the whole bumper together with all the pieces and trims that we have, cameras, the sensors and everything. And this time again, guys, it looks very good except the trash that we have in there. Look at this, guys, like a mirror. Believe me, if I don't have these trash, I'm not sure if the camera can pick them up or not. If I don't have any of these, we had some run on the other side. I will show it to you. You have a long run here, but that run only in a clear coat, not in a base coat. If I don't have these two, I wouldn't even think about puff it or anything or sand it, because it's the same orange peel as the factory one. It's not like bad. Like if you guys look here at the bumper, the orange peel in the bumper here is very obvious, but here in the hood, again, it's very smooth and very nice to me. We'll do 1500, 2000, 2500 before we buff, so let's go. Okay guys, the first thing I did is I got rid of the run here, the longest one. Also I had some run here in the back. I also smooth it down, some run here at the edge and a little bit here at the edge. So that's for the hood. And regarding the bumper, I had a run here. Also I smoothed it down, and now I'm gonna go ahead. I'll be honest, with the run I did a little bit on the southern grit, not completely 1500, just to speed things up. Now we're gonna go ahead over everything, the bumper and the hood with 1500 all the way around and get smooth. So let's get started. So after 1500, it's mostly nice and smooth all the way around. There's some areas here still need some more, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with a 2000. Maybe first I will try to spot here these where the trash was, to make it nice and smooth. Again, that's the hood. Here it is bumper. We'll need some more. But again, I'm not gonna do the bumper with a 1500 again, just again 2000 all the way around. Then we'll see how it looks like after. Check this out guys, that's after sanding all the way to 2500 weight sanding. There is still a little bit of orange peel, but it is much smoother than it was before, especially the bumper was very rough. But we were able to sand it down to almost close to perfect. Again, there is some orange peel here and there, but it's not a big deal. Hood looks much better. It's completely smooth, almost no orange peel at all. We got all the trash sanded down, holes around sanded down, so we're gonna be ready for buff. And that will be it for today's video guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that build. Please like, subscribe and share. Tell us what do you guys think about what we're doing so far. Thank you for watching and have a good one.